Yeah, I mean, you hear stuff in the media like everybody else, and like you said, there's been a lot of rumours and a lot of clubs interested. But you know, when a manager like Harry comes along and asks for your signature, you know, you've got to consider it and you've got to take it seriously. And you know, we sat down and talked about his aims for the season and stuff, and our aims sort of matched up, so it were a no-brainer.
Hello there guys, Tex TV here with Luke. As you can tell from the title, a deal has finally gone through and Marc Roberts is officially a Birmingham City player. I think we all knew this was coming, but there doesn't seem to be no fight to keep hold of players. I suppose I did say it is a bit of a tricky one really, because Marc only had a year left on his contract. I don't know if he would have signed it, whether the club had even sat down and spoke to him about a new deal, but he only had a year left. Birmingham City have offered, from what it says, a substantial amount, and the club have decided to sell him. So I kind of understand and I kind of don't. It's a really tricky one, because you know, he was our captain, a lad from Barnsley. You know, did he want to go? Well, he's not come out and said anything. But when it comes to big amounts of money being thrown at our players, we jump, we sell, and I don't quite know what to make of this deal. But all I can say is now, Barnsley, please spend some of this money. Alright? It's alright going on saying these lower league players that we sign in for a pittance. It doesn't always work. And look at all the money we've got from previous transfers. Spend some of it. You know? You don't have to spend the lot, but just go out and get somebody who's, you know, well known, who's struggling to get into one of the bigger teams maybe, who could come and do a job at Barnsley. I know there's a policy in place where we're signing younger players rather than the ones that have maybe passed it. But you know, sometimes you've got to get those players. Those are the experienced players that are good in this league still, that can keep you up in this league with the experience that they have. Yes, I did say it like that. But again, I honestly don't know what to make of this. I just really hope now that the club, I don't know how Eki must feel really, because us as fans, we're finding these players. Why is it left up to Barnsley to find these players, and then players are taking them off us? But we signed Marc Roberts in 2015, free transfer from Halifax. And he's certainly done fantastic for us, and I hope he can do that for Birmingham. You know, you're getting a good, strong, committed player. He's from Barnsley, so what do you expect? But you know, it begs the question: who's going to be the captain now? Angus MacDonald, maybe. But it's now really, isn't it, a completely new team. None of the heroes are left. But you know, it's like they said, is it time for new heroes? But now as well, get talking with the players that are out of contract next season. Yeah? Stop doing this. Stop doing this. Selling players. Look at last season where we could have ended up if it weren't for January. We won 2 games in January, towards the end of the season. 2 games. Aston Villa away and I'm not quite sure of the other one, but I know one was Aston Villa. 2 games, and that was after flogging all the players. What do you expect? And you know something, I might get a bit of stick for saying this. But you know, in 2012, the 2011-12 season, the first one under Keith Hill, you remember Keith Hill, who a lot of people hate, from Barnsley. We look at that season, how many we won, when we flogged Vastey, Butterfield got injured, and you know, Danny Drinkwater went. You know, that's what happens, and then it boils down to the manager. Then you get it, and the similar situation happened last season, towards the end of last season, from January when all the players went. The similar situation happened. So, oh, actually, by the way, we did win more than 2 actually, because we bet Leeds at home. Yeah, it was Leeds, Aston Villa, and Blackburn Rovers. There we go. So I was wrong. It was 3, but 3. It's not good enough, and I'm passionate, but you've got to look at that. It was bad under Hill when from January onwards, but it wasn't that much better last season when Hurrian, Winnall and Bree left. Say no. I'm not kidding. Aston Villa want to be in the Premier League. Why do you think they signed Hurrian and Bree? Because they think they can get them players. Aston Villa think they can get them back into the Premier League. So just think about what players we had on our hands. That could have been us. Because Aston Villa will certainly be challenging next season. And call me negative or whatever, I don't honestly know where we will be next season. It's going to be a hard season. I could be wrong, and I hope I am wrong, but it looks as though it's going to be a hard season for the lads, for the fans, and for Eki. And I feel sorry for Eki. But Birmingham, you know, you're getting a fantastic player in Marc Roberts. I'm not going to deny that. You've signed a great player, 26 years old, he's probably in his prime. But he's improved so much over the last 24 months. And, you know, look after him, because he's passionate. He'll do your club proud, like he's done Barnsley. And yeah, that's all I can say. But Barnsley, get some of this money spent. I'm not saying spend it all. I'm not saying go absolutely crazy. Right? We're paying hard-earned money every week for Barnsley to sell off all their best players, because they see the money and they don't want the players going on a free transfer. What's the difference? Because we're not spending that money, so just let them go on a free transfer. But get the players signed who are out of contract next season. Get talking to them now. Andy Yeardham. I got stick for saying Yadam, so Andy Yeardham. He's out of contract next season. Get him, talk to him. That's me done. Thanks, Mark, for everything you've done for Barnsley. And I hope that, you know, I hope that Birmingham look after you. So thanks for watching, guys. If you did, remember to subscribe if you like. See you guys. See you guys.